Up until now, we have learned many ways to organize our code. Well, like we had a file, main.py, and we just have written many lines of codes here. So it is a way to organize the code. And the second, which, well, writing functions and calling many times to implement the strategy of dry, do not repeat yourself. Well, that was a way to organize our code. And third, like writing classes. These classes which we have studied, which we write when we build our next software, when we build our next program, so that also helps to organize the code. But there is a problem. Have you noticed that? Well, if we write a software or if we develop, well, very important software for this world, well, we need many lines of codes, like millions, like billions. But these millions of lines of codes cannot be in one file. If you write all of them, like, well, we can continue, and that will not be a well organized and, well, very clean code. Then what's the solution? Well, that's why in our mind the concept of module and the concept of packages will come. So module is, well, another file. Let's have it an example. Like here I have, well, you can see here I have, well, a folder which is like Python course, and I have a main.py file and that. So this is, you can see the location. Well, let's have another file in this. This will be like divide.py file. In this file, I want to have a function like divide. And, well, I want to pass two numbers, like number 1, number 2. Well, let's return something like number 1 divided by number 2. Well, very simple function. Let's have another file like multiply.py. So here again another function like multiply and num1, num2. So we have this, and let's return the same thing. Well, num1 multiply num2. Very simple functions. And in this file or in the main file, I just want to call one of them or both of them. So this is another file. Well, we cannot say file, is called module. This is another module, and the main.py is another module or another file. This is main file. Now how we can use this function which we have written here, multiply, this divide, how to call this, how to use that here? Now we just, firstly we have a way to import this. How to import this? Well, divide, import divide, very simple. Like we can use that divide. When we just approach this file, we see here something like divide, and here the, well, the description will look like this. We have seen this. That's something very important. We have seen this already. Def divide two numbers. Well, let's call this function. This is the file or the module name, and this is the function name. We call that, well, 10 and 5. So the output can be, well, 2. Let's print this and let's see this. What happens? Well, yeah, 2.0. We have seen this module. We can use this. Now let's use this, well, multiply as well. Before that, I want to import this multiply. Import multiply. Multiply, well, 2 multiply 5. What's the problem? You know that we have not called it here the multiply, well, from there. We have it here like without entering the comma. See, it is 10 and it is 2 and it is 10. Very, very clean. We have seen this. We have many modules in a, well, in a software, in a, well, in a program we have. Here is one other thing that's called packages. I've said about this that the concept of module and packages come in our mind. Well, the module we have learned, there are, well, we have two modules like divide and multiply. And what about this, well, packages, how we can use these packages? What are these packages? So the packages are like a folder, and in the package or in the folder which we have module. So a package is a folder containing modules. This is the best, well, statement we can have this about this. Now in this folder or in this, well, Python course, we have another package like we have like shopping. For example, Microsoft will have another, well, service like shopping. In this shopping we have, well, shopping cart .py. So we have one package which is shopping, and this package we have a module which is shopping cart. And let's have a very, very simple function here like item, and card is, well, card.append item, return the card. Very, very simple. Well, we have written this, but how we can call this, how we can use this in our, well, main function, main py. Let's, well, comment out this. Now I want to have this, well, from shopping dot shopping cart. We have this, and we had like shopping dot shopping cart py. We will have like apple. Okay, very, very simple. Now let's print this. See how cool is that? It has printed this, well, list we have created here, and this shopping cart we have created here a list, and the list has this item apple. So this is very, very simple. And one more way we can just, well, let me minimize this very, very little. If I do like this from shopping, well, shopping cart dot shopping, well, what we have here, shopping cart, we have buy. Well, not this way. We can use like this from shopping dot shopping cart import buy. Okay, now we can, well, remove all of them from here, and again we run this. Well, same output we have here. So this is more clean, more beautiful, like we have it here. And well, this is, I think it is extra. That's not extra, we have put it here. It's very clean. It's very, very important. We should know this. So we have this divide, we have this, well, multiply function, and we have this like module packages and all that. So there is one more thing we just not seen that, which is inbuilt packages and inbuilt modules. Like we have, for example, in this divide, we, for example, let's have module, like let's print and dunder. We can say this dunder method, or we can say this underscore name underscore. We have used this here. For example, this is where inbuilt package, inbuilt module. Now let's use this and divide we had. I want to comment out this, and if I use this, well, this is divide. Why it's like that? It shows the file name divide. For example, if I use the same thing here, this thing like and multiply, what happens here? Let's see. Divide and multiply after this 2.0 and 10. Why it's like this? It means that when we run this, it will show the file name. What is the file name? As this divide, this will multiply. So this is inbuilt. Now, for example, we have like this. If equal to, now for example, let's have the same thing here. Let's see what happens if I run it here. Well, main underscore main underscore. This is the main file. Well, let's see. Have you seen this before? I think you have not seen it. This is your first time you just write the code. Underscore main underscore, and let's print this. Well, please run this. Let's run this. Okay, please run this. Why it is like this? So as I said here, that if the name of the file is this main file, so you have to run this. When we use this, what's the usage of this? Why we have this here? And does it help us anywhere? Well, yes, sometimes, because for example, instead of this, we just say that if this happens, then you should do what? You should run this, well, multiply. Okay. Both of them, for example. Okay. Now let's see. It works fine. So if it is not the main file, then what happens? If it is not the main file, it will not work. So it is the main file. That's why it works now. It will have that capability to work. It has this, well, it's able to work. So this is very, very important. This function is very, very important, and it is also confusing for many people. For, well, you can have this, you can face this in many, well, interviews. When you go to the interview, so you will face this question, why we use this? So you can say that this is because when, well, we have something in the main file, if we have something, there is some conditions you can use this. If the file is not this main file, so you cannot use, or you cannot call these functions. So this is the usage. Well, let's see some inbuilt, well, modules, like built-in modules. Let me clear this. So I have one in my mind. This is random. Well, random is a built-in module. So if you don't know what is it, like, you have to use this help the random. So it will tell you something like, see, everything is here, everything about the, well, this thing which we had. Okay, you can see many things here. Okay, now I use this. For example, there is random dot random. Just call this function. Either it works or not, I don't know, but let's see. Well, yes, it should print something between 0 and 1, a random number. Let's have one more thing, like random dot, well, rand integer, well, 1 and 10. This is 1. Between 1 and 10 there is 1, 9. It will print the random number. Well, let's have another, like random dot choice. Here I want to have an iterable. Okay, see what happens. 3, it has chosen the 3. So, well, 5, it is 5. So these are inbuilt module. So let's see one more thing. I just want to import one more thing, date time. Okay, let's see print date time dot date today. What is the date of today? Let's see. This is, well, it shows the date of today. So you can use these inbuilt modules in your program when you, well, have big projects, big softwares. So you can use this mostly in your projects when you need one of them, like random number. You want some random number in your, well, package, in your, well, software. So you just want to have the today's date. So you can use this. These are inbuilt modules and inbuilt packages. So without understanding these packages and modules, you cannot understand anything about here. So let me show one more thing at the end. There is one thing like underscore underscore PyCache underscore underscore. This is another module. So we have here something like package, like shopping cart dot cpython. So it doesn't support it here, but, well, it's very important. It doesn't support now. So if I say open anyway, so, well, it needs some other text editor or something. It should be opened. So about this we will talk when we reach some, well, big software or develop big software or big projects. So we'll talk about this PyCache. So it will automatically be created here. So it's not more important for you to know about this or to learn about this. The most important thing here which you need to learn today is the concept of packages and the concept of modules, and how we use this and how we import this and how it is, well, how it helps us to create big projects. So this is for today's video, and we will talk about the next concept in the next video.